two types of different clients.
Yes.
Right. Two types of different goals for different people. Right. But what cities? Because there are so many cities that just say in the world. But let's just talk about Southern California.
Yeah.
Like, what areas are you looking at, or like how do you analyze which city is a good city to go in?
Okay, so we first go on to the city's website. So you can search, for example, let's just say we use LA for example, right? So you can search LA short-term rental ordinance, and then we go on to the city's website. We check what they say, if it's allowed, and we call the city as well. We talk to maybe the planning department or someone if they have a specialized team for that as well. We talk to them, ask them about the short-term rental ordinance, the rules. Can we do Airbnb? One very important question that we also ask is, we ask them, how do you enforce it? Because a lot of the cities, although they say we don't allow short-term rental, they have no money to go out and actively search for people that are doing short-term rental. And our Airbnb, it doesn't show the address. So you can't find, it's extremely hard to find those houses.
True.
So they need specialized people to go and do research and find them and send out letters and all of those things. A lot of the cities they don't have the budget to do that. So we ask them, and I'll share a little bit of the secret. Okay, this is what I learned from my mentorship as well. So I'll give you some free tips.
For that 3-second pause, you're like, should I say it?
Yes. I'm like, I don't know if I should. I don't know.
Why is he pausing? Like, oh yeah, he's thinking.
I'll share it. I think it's okay. So the reason why I will share this is because I think this also helps the realtors to know if the city can actually do it or not. And then you can actually, because I was talking to Jack about this, how can I also help the realtor to pitch this idea to the people that want to buy a house, right? And for them to want to buy a house in that city, you have to first know if you can do Airbnb or not, right? Because let's say someone wants to buy a house for investment, then you as a realtor can come in and be like, well, I can suggest this house for you because I actually already have qualified renter for you already before you even buy the house, right? Because I can come in, I can rent the house, and we basically, it's a free management company for them. We furnish the house up really nicely. We have professional cleaners coming in to clean all the time. We maintain the house. We have handyman already. So your house will always be in pristine condition at all time. So that way your investment property, people are not like damaging your house. Because if you rent it out for someone 1 year, 2 year long-term rent,
you had to remodel it.
You have to
repaint, redo the flooring, all that.
You can never go in and check the house as well. But with Airbnb, like if you want to come, you can just say, hey Johnny, I want to come look at the house. Whenever it's vacant, you can come.
I think one biggest problem that solves is that whenever people are renting out their property, they are worried that people is gonna plant marijuana.
Oh,
and because they don't, it's hard to check, right? So I think doing Airbnb, they don't have that worry.
Yeah, I had a landlord that he had everything redone because he said the last person planted marijuana, and he had to tear out everything. The walls, everything was rebuilt, and took him I think 1.5 years. So he lost on all the rent 1.5 years.
Payment.
Like you lost all the money. You didn't make anything. There's no $500 every month anymore, right? So I think this is a much safer renter for the landlord as well. It's like a win-win situation, right? So that way the realtor can be like, hey, I have this really nice way for someone to take care of your property, and you can even charge a little even better market rate as well sometimes if the house is really nice, right? We're still willing to pay that actually. And then we pay the landlord automatic payment every single month. So they get payment every single month. They don't have to worry about not getting paid or things like that, right? So I'll share the tip. So if you go onto Airbnb and you search, let's just say LA, right? You search Los Angeles, and then you can put in whatever date, however many people, and then now it's going to show up a lot of listings. Look for the ones that has a lot of reviews and they're also super host. Okay, You click into their listing, you scroll down a little bit, you see description. You click description, it's going to open up to like what the house is about. Look at the very top or scroll down to the very bottom, look at the very bottom. If it shows there's a permit number.
Permit number, okay.
Okay, permit number or some kind of number, right? Like license number or something like that. Then that means that this city requires you to have a license, and the city probably has a software or have someone going in to check.
Yeah.
So they will click on each listing and then see if you have a permit number on there.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
A lot of cities actually don't have that. I'll give you one for example, Garden Grove. Garden Grove does not allow short-term rental. However, if you go onto Airbnb now, and if you scroll down and look for it, you can click like 5-10 listings. They don't have that. They don't have the permit number. But if you click Anaheim, right? Anaheim, it's Disney, so they actually have really strict regulation. And if you click, most of their listing has that permit number. Then for me, myself, I'm going to try not to touch Anaheim because I now know they require permit, and you can't get permit anymore in Anaheim. So that's also how I do my market research.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's basically, hey, you get a secure tenant and people who's willing to pay. And or what are, let's say if we're having that conversation with the landlord, how should we say it to the landlord?
Okay, so the number one thing when we talk to a landlord, we do not say the word Airbnb. When you say Airbnb, people think parties or loud noises, they destroy the house and things like that, right? But actually there's a lot of rules, house rules that we put into place. So it's actually very far from the truth. Some, maybe a small portion of people will still come and party, but it's not like every single guest is gonna party. Long-term tenant party more, right? They can invite all their friends over, party every single weekend. You can't control that. So when we talk to the landlord, we will tell them that we're actually renting this house out for corporate rental. And it is true because we have a lot of corporate people that are coming in. They're coming into work, stay a couple of days, maybe a couple of months as well. So we tell them we're actually, we're doing a corporate rental, and these are professional people coming in to work. And a lot of the times that they'll come into work, they're out during the day working, they come back, they just need a place to stay. For a company, let's say they have a team of 4 people coming out, then you probably need to have 4 hotel rooms, right? 4 hotel rooms, that's $300 each night. That's $1,200 each night. But Airbnb, you can probably just rent it for like $300-400 a night when everyone has their own room as well. So it's a lot more, it makes a lot more sense for the company to actually have an Airbnb. And so when we pitch to a landlord, we don't mention anything about short-term rental or Airbnb. But I think for the realtor, maybe they have the connection to the landlord, right? They have built a little bit more trust already. So they can kind of explain a little bit on, they might also do short-term rental, they might still put it on Airbnb or whatnot, but that's not like the main thing. Because a lot of time we still get insurance stays. Insurance stay is like 6 months. Like one of my house right now is a 6-month stay. But still on Airbnb means that I'm protected. If they somehow damage the house, Airbnb has air cover, which covers up to $1 million. So anything that they break in the house, Airbnb will pay me to fix up the house immediately. So I'm protected, the landlord's protected, the tenant is also protected as well with the air cover as well.
So I think one thing that people didn't really realize that by putting on Airbnb, like what you said, the air cover is actually pretty important because with the long-term tenant, you don't have that. Right. One question I think audience is gonna have is that short-term rental, is it too late? And there's also people saying mid-term rental is the way to go. Can you share with the audience a little bit about that?
So I still do short-term and I still do mid-term as well. I actually really love mid-term. Mid-term as of insurance stays and corporate stays. Okay. Those people, they don't damage the house at all. They just need a place to stay. So even if I have a 4-bedroom house, there's like 2 people coming, maybe 3 people coming. And I never had any problems with those people. However, the Airbnb bust it does still have an effect on people that are not doing Airbnb professionally. So if you still have IKEA furnitures, if you still have cell phone pictures, and your description is like a 3-line, 1-paragraph description, yeah, you're not gonna survive on there anymore.
Okay.
If your pricing is still, every single night is the same. There's no pricing strategies where, when there's less people coming in town, your pricing is lower. When there's more people coming, your price is higher. It's just all the same. Yeah, you're probably not gonna survive. Your minimal night strategy is also very important as well.
Yeah, I think just by you saying that, like you said, when it's slow, if you still list high, then people are not gonna book it.
No one's
if it's high and you list low, then you're leaving money on the table.
Exactly.
So I think that's why.
Exactly.
I got that.
Yeah. So if you're not doing it professionally on Airbnb, it's gonna be hard for you.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you're just like renting your extra room in your mom's house out, and then your mom is still staying at the house, yeah, that's gonna also be very hard.
Yeah. Maybe those are the type of people that are just looking for some like side income.
Yeah, some side income, extra income. Yeah, that's gonna be quite hard.
Got it.
Because arbitrage method it's really not hard. It's actually quite easy, and the entry to do this is also quite low. So a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah.
And I see that when I call the landlord, if I call them too late, they will tell me, Johnny, there's already like 20 people telling me about this same idea already.
Yeah.
So now I have to figure out how to stand out from these 20, 30 people, competitors.
Yeah.
Right. So I show them my bank account. I show them my credit score. I show everything up front and be super transparent with them. Plus, I have all the landlords I can call now, right, for reference if they want to know if you're actually good.
Yeah.
I show them all the protective things that we use, for example, Ring cameras. I show them all the chat history with me and my cleaners, how my cleaner work. We have before and after picture every single cleaning. So I know what the house looks like, even though I'm not there.
Yeah.
We have smoke detectors for smoking, vaping, marijuana. We have a decibel detector as well to check if people are way too loud. Let's say they're over 90 decibel for over 15 minutes constantly, then I get a notification on my phone. It sends a text to the guest, and it also calls them as well to tell them, hey, you guys are being too loud.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will share all of these things that I'm doing with them.
Got it.
So that way they have an ease of mind.
Yeah.
At the same time, I will sound a lot more professional compared to the other competitors that are also calling. So yeah, there's a strategy to this.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think those are great. Johnny, at the end, can you share with the audience if they want to learn more about this, how do they reach you, or like what's the best way for them to move forward?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Johnny Airbnb, so it's quite easy. And on there's a lot of videos of me sharing a lot of content, tips on how to do Airbnb as well. But on there in the link in the description, there's a link where you can actually schedule a call with me, one-on-one, and it'll be me personally, and then we can see if you will be a good fit for my mentorship or if I can help you out as well. And then from there, we can do a one-on-one thing. Usually my course is 6 weeks, 6 weeks, and every single week we will hop onto one class where I'll teach you, for example, the first class can be maybe credit cards, right? But let's say if you already have credit card, if you have really good credit score already, you already got your credit card, then we don't even need that class. We can jump into market research, so you can dive into finding houses immediately.
Got it.
Right, so that's why it's going to be more of a custom tailored course.
Okay.
And yeah, but usually it's about 6 weeks out. When I first started my mentorship with someone else, on the second week when I was learning about market research and how to talk to landlord, I already found my house already. So the third week, I was already setting up the house and things like that.
Okay.
And because my mentor was also, I can message him instead of just like a course
Facebook
thing.
Group,
Yeah. So I was able to set up everything much faster.
Yeah.
So within that 6 months, on the fourth week, 6th week, within that first 4 weeks, already got my house. I already put on Airbnb and started to rent out already. So this can be a potential thing for the people that are watching as well, that you can do this quick. And I can also help you to do this quick as well. So maybe in 2 weeks, you can find a house and actually set it up already. And then I can help you with the pricing strategies and things like that. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So go on to your Instagram and then they can reach out to you. And what happened after 6 weeks?
So after 6 weeks, you can still message me. If you have any questions, I will still be there to help you out as well. So so it's not like 6 weeks, okay, bye, and then we're done. Like after that, if you didn't find your house or things like that, I always try my best to help you find at least one profitable Airbnb. So you at least have one property that's already helping you generate, $2,000 to $4,000 income every single month.
Got it.
And if you have questions about scaling or getting other properties, I can also help you do that. And I can also help you look at, analyze the property that you want to find as well. And that was a very big thing for me at the very beginning, right? I paid over like $50,000. And the reason why I was willing to pay that money is because that mentor was willing to help me analyze the properties. Because I thought if I get into a wrong property, I'm gonna lose a lot more money, right? I'm gonna lose a lot more money. I'm gonna learn a lot slower. And I just don't want to pay to learn the mistake. I'd rather pay to have someone teach me and then just like tell me what to do.
Right? Yeah, exactly. I get that. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming onto the show and share all this information and knowledge with the audience. And we'll talk more. And thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me. And I'm really excited to work with everyone else. If you're really interested, you can also shoot me a DM that you saw this podcast, and then we can start that conversation as well.
好，那谢谢 Johnny 今天来参加我们的 podcast。那如果你还没有订阅我们的频道的话，那下面把它订阅起来。那你觉得如果有兴趣想要学 Airbnb 的话，那就跟 Johnny 这边联络喽。那我们下期见了，拜拜。
拜拜，谢谢。
耶。